However, if it's a question of propriety, the question is definitely one of temperate language, and should it not be used by any high dignitary about anybody else. And I say equally the courts, when they comment on the executive or the legislature, would also need to exercise a level of temperance in what they say.
So what
this is only a respect for each institution.
That's an arrangement between both sides.
According to me, there is no contempt in what was said.
No, but you can both be cautious about what one is saying about the other, but how will the truth come out? Are we to assume that there is no corruption?
Exactly. I am trying to say that I am saying very clearly that in my view, the statement was not contemptuous at all. There was no question of contempt.
And even when she says it, I will say it 1,000 times, it's a dare but not contempt. That's what Mr. Sundaram says.
Well, if it was not contempt the first time she said it, if she says it 1,000 times, it still will not be contempt.
Well, there was an element of generalization.
If it was a fair comment once, it will be a fair comment 100 times.
Ranjit Kumar.
It was generalizing as to an evil which prevails. And let us open our eyes to it. That is all that was said.
Well.
I, for one, have the greatest faith in the judiciary. It is, according to me, the last bastion in this country. And I'd hate to think that anybody could make a comment about the judiciary.
Undermine
but
the
I think
confidence?
we should equally be willing to take a criticism and deal with it positively.
Good point. But does it undermine, Ranjit Kumar, another question will be, does it undermine the confidence of the public in the judiciary? Does it, as there is a contempt petition which has been filed in the Supreme Court by the Jammu and Kashmir Panthers Party, senior advocate Bhim Singh, he says, it lowers the integrity, reputation and authority of the judicial system. Will the entire judicial system be threatened by a 15-second comment of Mamata Banerjee? Isn't that also complete hype?
No. When a popularly elected leader of a political party who has some national stature, having been minister at the center as well, makes a statement like this, then she should have the courage and conviction to show those judgments which she says have been bought. As I said earlier, that person must be brought to book, she must give evidence, the judge must be impeached. But if you, as a responsible person, who is a chief minister and a public figure, make such a statement sweepingly, and to condemn the entire institution is where I find fault with her.
Okay.
I am not saying anything about any contempt just now, whether a contempt was committed or not, because I do not know what happened in the assembly. But I am only saying, you cannot do this. You cannot do this as a generalized statement. If you want, have the courage of conviction to say, no, such and such case, judgment was bought, such and such judge did it, such and such was the party, bring in evidence, judge must be impeached. And the public should know that the institution is not above the law.
Yes.
Even a judge who has done something must be punished.
May I react to that?
Yes.
I think Mr. Ranjit Kumar is absolutely correct in saying that a high dignitary ought to watch out for what they're saying. I'm with him on that completely. Let me say that, like I started, A, what was said, 2, what were the circumstances or context in which it was said, and 3, who was it who said it? I feel it lacked a degree of propriety in commenting on one institution, commenting on another.
But Aryaman Sundaram.
I repeat, however, let me finish. However, I want to make very clear that a statement which was made was not making or tarnishing the judiciary as such. It was pointing out an ill does subsist in an institution.
Yes, but then...
And the way we should look at it is, does this ill subsist or not?
One second.
Is it said that such instances
Mr.
arise
Sundaram,
or not? If they arise, I think we should address it.
No, Mr. Sundaram, it's not as easy as that. You see, pointed counter to you, sir, is that how is Mamata Banerjee also, you are ascribing a certain degree of evangelism to what Mamata Banerjee says, if I may observe. You are attributing a certain amount of,
Maybe I would like to. Maybe I'm very optimistic about every public figure, which I should not be.
Yes, you should. You should be. Perhaps you should be. But then, Mamata Banerjee also discovers that judicial commissions are rubbish. They are useful only for people to maintain certain cars and privileges. She's the same leader who set up a judicial commission after the MRI fire tragedy. She set up 3 or 4 separate judicial commissions on cases when the public outrage was very high. Should the people who are the recipients of hoping that they will get justice from this judicial commission, now not take on the chief minister and say that were you fooling us all this while? If you knew that judicial commissions don't work, or if you're making that revelation on the assembly,
Arnab,
have you violated our faith by
Arnab,
setting up a commission in the first
to
place?
me and I will answer it.
Yes.
I take it as a question to me, I will answer it. You are now referring to two different things. One is whether Mamata Banerjee should have made such a comment, or whether such a comment can be made at all.
No, no.
My answer to you is, the first part, such a comment being made in itself, it is a debate on an institution and
Mr. Sundaram,
to subsist. On the second part, if you are finding fault with Mamata Banerjee, finding fault with the way commissions are working, after herself having appointed commissions, I take it in itself. If she has found fault with commissions working, then let us address that. I do find fault with commissions.
Mr. Sundaram, I disagree again.
Many commissions are working badly.
Mr. Sundaram, I disagree again. And before I go to Neeraj Kishan Kaul, who I see wants to wrap in, I didn't say they are two separate things. They are part of one same speech. It is a diatribe against the judicial system in which she talks about judicial commissions.
I don't call it a diatribe at all.
You don't call it a diatribe. Okay.
I think the judicial system is too big to be hurt by something like this. I think our courts are too big, and we have shown ourselves time and again of being the last bastion of democracy and justice.
Okay, just my reminder to our viewers.
We are also accountable, and we are happy to be accountable.
Former Finance Minister Yashwant Sinha is joining me on some time about what he talked about the Prime Minister's speech. That's a programming reminder. That's coming up in 1 minute. Neeraj Kishan Kaul's last rebut to Aryaman Sundaram. I'm really enjoying this debate between the three eminent Supreme Court lawyers. Yes, Neeraj.
Arnab, as far as Mamata Banerjee's comments on judicial commissions are concerned, no one forces the executive and the politicians to appoint judicial commissions.
That's true.
It's they who are very often incapable of finding out the truth. They want to give respectability to a fact-finding commission.
Absolutely right.
Invariably appointed a retired Supreme Court judge or a High Court judge. And when the politician refuses to take a decision, he conveniently wants to pass on the buck and appoints a judicial commission. Once you appoint it, respect the judicial commission, let them do their job. And it's entirely your prerogative. You don't want a judicial commission, don't appoint it. But after appointing it, please do not insult the judiciary of this country.
Well, points well made tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I can take this debate forward. It would be much better if we could have brought Mamata Banerjee into the debate, and then it would have been much more.
Can I just say one last thing?
Yes.
I do not see it as an insult to the judiciary, because the judiciary in this country is too big to be slighted by such a statement.
Aryaman
All
Sundaram,
I see it as is pointing out a little ill which can be dealt with and will be dealt with, and let's look at it positively.
No institution, certainly not the judiciary, and absolutely not the media, can ever be above criticism. So healthy criticism to a large extent is good.
Enough, she will come out with facts.
She will come out with...
daring enough, she should come out with facts.
Bring out the facts, Ranjit Kumar says.
Because if she is daring everybody that 1,000 times she will say, then she must then come out with facts and figures and not say a generalized statement.
Well, Mamata Banerjee surely makes the
Judges
headlines.
have been impeached.
She makes the headlines more often than many other chief ministers. We're following up on that. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you.